Hey, it's a Trigger, Rich Von Trigger. Welcome back to another 2 p.m. with the Trigger, live Monday through Fridays. By the way, did you realize we're streaming on multiple platforms right now? This is a new power of media. This is how we're going to go forward, by the way, in 2023 with How to Rock the Stage. We're going to keep streaming more and more, wider and wider on more outlets so you can find good content, great coaching, a lot of great stuff coming up 2023. But right now, if you did not know it, we're on two different Facebook ones on the Rich Bond Trigger, my more personal but also business branded, and the Rich Trigger Bond Trigger page. So, welcome to those streaming along there. We are also on LinkedIn on my main page for the Rich Trigger Bond Trigger, and we're on Twitter, Rich Trigger Bond Trigger. You kind of get the theme here. And then also we're on the YouTube channel, Rich Bond Trigger. All of these are media outlets that we use here at Rock the Stage Media to help you get the content you need. And we're going to push further, like I said, out in 2023. I know the holidays are coming. I know the end of the year are coming. This is a great time of year to be able to maybe push back a little bit. It's kind of that natural time to pause, reflect, begin to evaluate the year, celebrate the year. Please celebrate your year, whatever business and area you're in. Celebrate that. But if you're like me, you're going to use the next 2 weeks as it does slow down to strategize and make sure places and things are all in the proper order for what you want to do in 2023. Well, to be a go-to expert, it's a great way to make sure you're on track to be that go-to expert. To make sure that you are checked off all the boxes that you can think of to be seen, be heard, and get the traction you want. I've actually made a tip sheet up, a self-evaluation, 5 brand evaluation tips to help you. And we're going to break those down right now. But at the end of this, I'm going to give you a gift. You'll get that free evaluation tool. Keep it for yourself. Um, think of it as one of the Christmas gifts coming from Rock the Stage Media here at the end of the year. But number one, we want to talk about this right away. The number one brand evaluation thing at the end of the year, where you want to think about what is no longer critical to you in your niche, in your industry, what is no longer mission critical. Evaluate if maybe your needs of your audience have changed. Hey, we know pandemic changed a lot of the audience, a lot of the needs of the audience. Going forward now, post pandemic, in this new world we live in, and believe me, I'm still getting conversations every day with people saying how much their world has changed over the last 2.5 years, and it's going to continue on this continuum for a while. So, what has changed with your audience? What do they no longer need, want? What are the needs they are screaming for? And how do you need to adjust as a go-to leader to make sure you are keeping pace with their needs? Great time to evaluate what is no longer needed. The things that we did 2 years ago, a lot of them we're not doing. Let's be honest. A lot of the things that we were doing 2.5 years ago, we just threw out the window. They're gone. Brick and mortar operations have shrunk drastically. Bookstores are gone. We just don't need bookstores the way we did. Just go Google. Bookstores are no longer in business. You're going to be amazed. We want content, we want information, but brick and mortar bookstores are gone. So, what do you need to do to pivot and to adjust in your industry, in your life, to better evaluate the real needs of you and your clients going forward? Number two, evaluate what techniques and tactics are outdated, and maybe what technology and tactics you need to start using to stay in touch with your audience and to communicate like we're doing here in Rock the Stage. We started off live stage, live events. It was all the in-person thing. We did video. We used YouTube and other coaching content that we would create. We started to stream and do some live events here and there. Then we launched How to Rock the Stage show every week, a live show recorded for playback. And we've kept adapting and adapting and adapting. And now, as you just heard at the start of the show today, 2023, it's going to be multiple streaming like we're doing here to keep helping more people with their brand authority, with their messaging, with the media skills. So we are expanding because technology is going that direction. Technology is moving that direction, and we want to make sure we're moving with that direction to help more people. So we're going to stay in touch with it, and we're going to keep updating and changing. So Evaluate your technology. What's new in your business? What's outdated in your business? What are new things on the edge, on the cusp of coming out that you may want to beta test and play with so you can stay ahead of the curve in your industry? That's what a go-to leader is all about. Number three, evaluate how you need to adapt your message to better connect with your niche in 2023. Go kind of along the same lines, but we all know things are evolving. Some of the things we said 5, 10, 3 years ago, we just can't say anymore. It's not politically correct. It's not really uh, proper. Respect level and understanding has grown and grown. So we need to figure out what we were saying before and does it still fit the climate and the world we live in today? And as you go more global, as you can continue to expand your reach further and further, you're going to find out what you say here in America does not work overseas. I've bumped into that several times. I've had emails, I've had texts, I've had conversations on post events with like, that thing you said about XYZ, we have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't fit our culture. Or I've gotten, that thing you said there, Rich, it kind of turns us off. That's not what you need to be saying to XYZ country or business. You need to know what you're saying, how you're saying it. You need to continue to review that. 2023, there's going to be more change up that way. You need to keep pace and know how your message is coming across. Number 4 of the 5 things to help you evaluate your brand authority and how you're going to message this out and grow it. Evaluate what you can outsource or delegate so you can stay on target and not burn out. Burnout is a huge thing right now. The holidays are here. People are so thankful for the holidays, not just for family and fun and all the cookies and all the fun stuff. But burnout is a huge thing right now because you're not delegating. You're not adding or deleting. You're just piling on more than what you're doing. Especially if you're a sole entrepreneur, you cannot keep going at the pace year after year after year without a team. I have added 2 individuals to help here, rock the stage, and I hope to add more as we keep growing because I have to stay on center point. I have to stay where I'm best suited to serve, to communicate, and do that, and coach other people to do that. I can't be doing other things sometimes that I used to love or that I did out of necessity if I'm going to continue to grow and grow. What is it that you can outsource, get a VA, get some other team members, or you can delegate and replicate and have them take over that process? It doesn't mean you're not involved. It just means you have other roles and responsibilities. They have theirs. Let them go shine and support the overall plan and the mission of what you're trying to do. And number 5 here is evaluate the obstacles that continue to get in the way of you becoming that go-to expert in your field. And here's the key to that. Don't just identify the obstacles, the barriers, those walls or doors you keep slamming into. Find the best people or the best resources to help you get through those barriers and remove those barriers. I can tell you, I have run into the same walls year after year for a long time until I got help. And finally said, this is something I can't figure out myself until I don't have the understanding, the wisdom, or I just have blinders on, honestly. Nothing wrong with that. Going 100 miles an hour or being in that creative mode, I don't see some things that I need to see. And I run into those same obstacles for many years. So I had to literally seek help, get advice, get a coach, and figure out how I was going to get around that so I could have the freedom and remove the barrier to move on. Those are 5 key things that you should be working on. And there's probably more, but these are the 5 that I think right now, if you're going to be that go-to expert in your area, if you're going to be one of those people that stands out from the crowd, like I know you want to do, you're going to end up having to do some soul searching, some reevaluation, tear apart 2023, what worked, or 2022, what worked, what didn't work, so you can have a great 2023. Can you believe we're already saying 2023? I can remember when I used to write checks all the time. January and February, I had to scribble out a lot of checks because I always forget what year I'm in. Uh, we don't do that quite as much, but you do have new things to tackle. You do have new things to take on. Once again, evaluate what's no longer critical. Evaluate the technology and the tactics. Evaluate how you need to adopt your message and evaluate what you can outsource or delegate. And finally, evaluate what obstacles continue to get in your way. Now, to make this really, really easy here today, I am going to help you out by sharing in the chat right now. If you want a free resource, if you want to get the evaluation, I made a nice little document for you. You can read these over, use it as a checklist, put it on a wall, put it on your computer, whatever you want to do. But this is an easy way. All you have to do is just go grab this. It's an easy link. There's no catches. You're not opting into anything. It's just a resource from Rock the Stage to help you out because evaluation is so critical. And instead of trying to figure out how to do it alone, I'm giving you a resource to help you get the engine started and move it along further and further. Speaking about all that, coming up tonight on How to Rock the Stage, we're going to do no bad Zooms. Boy, how many times have you got on a call, been in an event, and it just didn't pop? It didn't have the edge. There wasn't a clarity to it. Well, I have a great guest coming on tonight, Robbie Samuels. He and I both are in the National Speakers Association. We both run events for the NSA. Of course, we both have our own private business events as well. Like me, he's a genius in his own way of how to show up and make events have fun. He's also a great comedian. So if you're looking to learn about how to bring it to life, add some humor to your events, make sure you don't have a bad Zoom that goes sideways on you. This will be a fun show tonight. It's our last one of 2022. You do not want to miss it. You want to make sure that you grab the goodies that I put in the chat here tonight. And you also want to make sure you join us with that link that I just dropped in. I just got, hey, thank you, by the way, a LinkedIn user. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. And they're going to see us at 7 o'clock tonight. See, they're listening. They're paying attention. I like that when we have people engaging and being involved with a live conversation here. Tonight, it will be live, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We go live with Robbie Samuels. And it's on LinkedIn. It's on Facebook. It's on our website. So if you want to join us, simply go to rockthestagemedia.com. That's rockthestagemedia.com. And we have the events there. And by the way, the event calendar is being reamped, redone, because 2023, we are going to go live on many streaming platforms to expand the reach, help more people. So watch for an updated event and fresh branding, fresh color. Talk about evaluating. We're evaluating the color and the pop, the communication tools we use with graphics here. We're going to make sure the pop matches the energy that we're putting out with Rock the Stage. Hey, I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you're evaluating what you're doing. I hope you're taking the time, enjoy the family, enjoy the friends. Hopefully the travels are not too much of a headache the next several days or what you're doing, but take the time and evaluate where you at, where do you want to go, and what do you need to do to pivot, change, and adjust to actually get there in 2023. Hey, that's going to do it for today. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Thanks for joining me. And as always, remember, I take my own email directly. Contact me, rich@richbontrager.net. That's rich@richbontrager.net. I'd love to hear from you or connect with me on social media, especially on LinkedIn. And let's get to know each other better in 2023 and get you rocking your stage and become that brand authority in your niche. Have a great night. We'll see you at 7 o'clock tonight live.